sing or write books or term flips or whatever good thing going on in Talladega, we want to share with you and let you meet the folks. Today's guest is Mr. and Miss Cabot Barden. Barden, I'm sorry, I can't even read. B-A-R-D-E-N. Almost like Barton, but it's B-A-R-D-E-N. And Libby. Miss Libby is a long-time resident of Talladega. We'll be talking a little bit about her in just a little bit. But it's an honor to have these two folks on the program today. Mr. Barden is a writer. He's a singer. And I'm not sure what all his accomplishments have been through here, but we're going to find out. Welcome to the show, Mr. Barden and Miss Libby.
Thank you for having us.
Y'all taking time to be with us.
Thank you for having us.
Cabot, share with folks where you're from.
Well, I was born and raised in Sylacauga, and we live in Talladega now. Grew up in Sylacauga, went to school there, and the books are basically about based on the experiences I had playing in a rock band back in the early 70s. The first book starts out with a boy about 19 years old playing.
That's why it's the bass player.
Yeah.
We'll be talking about that in just a little bit.
And Mixed Blessings picks up where the first one left off, where he grows up and gets married and settles down in family life.
A little background of your family. They're all from Sylacauga?
Yeah. My family originally was from Georgia. They moved here in 1947, and my dad worked at Kimberly-Clark, and me and my brothers and us lived on the west side of Sylacauga for years. And
over in the Fairmont area.
Yeah.
Okay.
After they got a little bit older, they moved over. You were in how old when you moved to Fairmont?
I'm about 14.
Fairmont, is that where the Church of God coming on 21?
Coming in on 21.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
His mother was a nurse for years up at Sylacauga Hospital in the emergency room.
Yeah.
She just recently passed away.
Your mother was, a lot of folks may know her. What's her name?
Yeah, Lucy Key.
Lucy Key?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is through the years, you worked in the mill, you've done...
Well, I've been a musician since I was 14, played in bands off and on most of my life. Had all kinds of what we call daytime jobs, but been a musician all these years. Played.
Got one son?
We have, I have 4 kids, and Libby has 3.
Okay. In case you don't know, Miss Libby Butler was married to Ronnie Butler in Talladega. He passed away some time back. And I did not know that Miss Libby and Cabot had gotten married until Miss Libby sent me an email. And I appreciate her sharing with me and making me aware that she is married a singer, a writer. And one of these days, folks, he may be on the Grand Ole Opry. and we'll see him making the news one of the best-selling books around. And I really appreciate you sharing with us.
Well, we're still newlyweds. We just got married January the 4th.
Well, I know the smile is still there, so I didn't think they knew
It's going to be there for a long time.
You got married
We had to January the 4th of this year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we decided the honeymoon's going to last probably the next 20 years or so.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Still
great.
will come an old married couple then.
That's great. We're going to share just a little bit about the 2 books. And you have 1 CD or 2 CDs?
I have, well, there's a CD in each one, back of each one of those books. I have a DVD here of the video of the Frosty Inn, a song I wrote about the place that used to be here in Sylacauga called the Frosty Inn. I don't know if they can play it or not. And of course, this is the CD of original tunes that I wrote.
Out of the frying pan. Well, you're in the frying pan. You just got married.
Yeah.
No, he was in the frying pan. Now it's out of the frying pan into the fire. Now you're in the fire.
The Frosty Inn.
Yeah.
I remember the name of the Frosty
That was
Inn.
the teen hangout when we were back in the late 60s, 70s.
We had an anchor in Talladega years ago. Frosty Inn.
There's a picture of it on there.
One breath at a time. Cold summer, I think I'm falling. The moment, I've never been loved. That may be a fixing change. Stormy tears, that'll come later on in life. I can point about it. He's a good song. I mean, I've never heard of it. You got a picture of the Frosty Inn on here. That's great. Cabot, is it C-A-B-O-T or C-A? Yeah, C-A-B-O-T.
Yeah.
Cabot's going to be singing in just after our break, and you'll get a chance to hear him firsthand of some of the music he does. Maybe we'll have time for a couple of songs if possible. But if we will, Cabot, let's talk about your first book. Through the years, you said you played with different, and I've not had a chance to read the book, so I can't talk about it. you can share with the folks. How did you decide to write? First of all, how did you decide to be a musician? You said you since about 14.
Yeah, when I was 14, my dad was a musician. My mom was. Dad was band director in Savannah for years, and Mom, she played piano. And of course, I followed in the footsteps, and I started playing piano. And 14, I bought a set of drums, started playing drums. Then I tried to put a little rock band together, a little garage band. But everybody else wanted to be a drummer, so I said, well, I got to pick up another instrument. So I started playing piano, and then I started playing guitar. And
how many instruments do you play?
Oh, about 5 or 6.
So you play banjo?
Yeah.
Straight guitar?
Yeah.
Crooked guitar?
Yeah. Lead guitar.
Bass? You play the
bass.
The bull fiddle? Do you play the bull?
I played that before too.
How about that?
Played it at the Grand Ole Opry once.
Oh, so you've been at the Grand Ole Opry?
Yeah, I used to work for Opryland.
Okay, well, great.
Yeah.
He plays keyboard,
Yeah.
bass guitar, lead guitar, rhythm guitar,
Drums.
the accordion.
Yeah.
You ever play an older harp?
Actually, we've got one at the shop.
That used to be in the shop there, and
Yeah, it's out of Kingdom.
Then when you say the shop,
where we had the old pawn shop at.
in Talladega.
Yeah, there was some things left in there, and one of them was auto harp.
Yeah.
And I understand that Cabot and Libby are going to be opening up a music store in Talladega, hopefully late on this year. But there's not one in Talladega as such, a music store as such. I'm not sure about Silicaga or
Well, they've got
Atlantic City area.
They have Garris Music Shop.
Okay, yes.
Silicaga.
Charlie died. I forgot about
Yes, he did. He was a very good man.
He's a long-time friend.
Yeah,
Good
he was a
pianist.
very good friend, a good man, and we miss him. And he was a wonderful pianist. I think he played by ear too. I don't think
He did, but he played for a lot of the churches around Silicaga.
Yeah.
Had a quartet he traveled with for a long time. But back to, you played the Grand Ole Opry, you recorded this, one CD you recorded.
This is
Yeah.
the DVD of
Now the
Frosty
DVD
Inn.
is a,
It's a video of the Frosty Inn video that I made back last year.
now what is on here?
It is, actually it's more like a slideshow. It's pictures of the old Frosty Inn, pictures of Silicaga back in the
Okay.
60s and 70s, and pictures of me playing at the Ernest Tubb Record Shop in Nashville. And
We had Ernest Tubb in Talladega
oh, really?
several years ago at the Wrangler.
Okay.
Gail Carter really owned the Wrangler in Talladega.
Yeah, I remember the Wrangler.
And she had Ernest Tubb there years ago when I was there at that time. First time I'd ever met Ernest Tubb in person.
Yeah.
He held a book signing at the Ernest Tubb Record Shop on Broadway in Nashville,
Okay.
and also got to sing on his stage.
Yeah, the old Midnight Jamboree stage that's there. I got to perform on that.
Lord, I'm just honored, folks. I didn't realize I'm going to be talking with a star here. This is great. And right here in Talladega. You don't have to go to Nashville to get to see a star. Right here in Talladega.
Well, I don't know about that.
Let's talk about the book. How did you write It's the Bass Player?
Well, in 1980 I picked up a couple of Clive Cussler novels, and I got inspired by his novels. I thought maybe I could write. So in '86 I sat down and penned out about 5 or 6 chapters of this first book, and then I put it down for about 10 years, and I picked it up again, wrote a little bit, and then 10 years later I picked it up and finally decided to finish it. And I didn't have the experience that Clive's got with mystery novels and all that, so I just wrote what I knew about, which is music, and that's what the book is about. A band back in the early 70s that played here in the Silicaga area.
It says here that Cabot Barden is an artist-songwriter, and it goes on to say here that you have opened up for artists such as Mickey Giddy. I heard him in Tennessee one time.
Yeah.
He's a relative to Jimmy Swaggart.
Yeah.
And
Jerry Lee
Lewis. Yeah. Emmylou Harris, the Georgia Satellites, Jan and Dean, and many others worked in the recording studio in Nashville, Tennessee, Birmingham, and others. He had several songs on the radio over the years. 2005, he wrote the original music score for the movie Sahara. His music wasn't used for the movie in the end, but he had one of his first songs, or one of his songs played on the radio from this experience. This is great. I'm looking forward. Are these my copies?
Yeah.
I'm looking for. I'd love to read.
There's actually a picture of Cabot and Mickey Gilly in that book there.
Yep.
Okay.
And this picture of us Martin Herndon of Alabama.
Alabama. He played drums.
We worked with him
Alabama.
for a while when we were working for PALS, People Against the Littered State.
This is fantastic, folks. We got another book we're going to be talking about, and Cabot's going to be singing on shortly. Don't you go anywhere. We got to go to break. Be right back.